U.S. Justice Department completes review of the documents seized at Trump's Mar-a-Lago home that went through a raid. Now, the U.S. Department of Justice has finished examining the documents that were seized in Trump's Florida residence. The completion of the review could undermine Trump's legal team's effort to prevent any such examination of documents until a third party is appointed to review them, is the latest. Now, a federal judge in Florida could appoint what they would be a special master to review some of the documents obtained in the raid by the FBI. And this came after Trump's legal team had filed a request for a third party to look over the documents that the FBI obtained during their August 8th raid of the former president's Mar-a-Lago residence. Now, the FBI raid of the former president's home sparked outrage from the Republican lawmakers as well as media and Trump supporters. The FBI has claimed that it had probable cause that warranted the raid, as the Bureau believes that it would be they would be able to find evidence of obstruction, which is a crime in the United States, and this is what they were looking for in Trump's residence. Now, Trump's legal team has said that the search was too broad and noted that the FBI agents essentially whisked away a lot of documents, including the former president's passport. Now, the federal justice, Bruce Reinhardt, has now ordered a release of the copy of the search warrant affidavit that allegedly describes the reason why this took place. This was after the FBI tried to prevent the disclosure of the affidavit, but the document shows that there's about 200 documents that were marked accordingly in terms of how secret they were, according to the affidavit that has been redacted. There's entire pages that have been blacked out, but what can be made out of that is the affidavit has said that there's 25 of those documents were labeled top secret. 67 of those documents were marked as confidential and 92 were labeled as secret. Now, the White House, President Biden's administration, has emphasized that the FBI is conducting an independent investigation, and at no point were they involved at all, because some of the backlash has been that there's been accusations that the White House is using the Justice Department to lead this investigation into Donald Trump, who is preparing to run for re-election against Biden in 2024, and this is a way to prevent it. So the White House is saying, no, we had nothing to do with it. But the question remains that if the president did not know that this was going to take place, then is the president being left out of important decisions? So this is something that has been debated back and forth. Now, Donald Trump went to his social media, and more specifically, the Trump social media called Truth Social, which is a social media platform founded by him, where he claims that the FBI and the Justice Department were engaging in election interference, according to the former president, saying that at the, and this is the quote, at the highest and most dishonest level of our country has ever seen before, both in midterms and in the 2024 presidential election. He continued on Truth Social saying, and this is a statement by him that I'm quoting, he wrote, unprecedented, unnecessary, and unannounced FBI DOJ raid, and in brackets he wrote, break-in of my home Mar-a-Lago. This assault was done for political purposes just prior to the midterm elections and 2024, of course. It is a disgrace to our now third world nation, is what Trump wrote, and he wrote, the FBI raid has caused the GOP uproar and Republican lawmakers alleging that the action has turned the leader of the West into the banana republic and not the United States.